back in the count. The swing arm now coming back as our countdown continues.
Hey everybody, good afternoon, and I hope everyone's having a wonderful Sunday, and I hope you can hear me over that boisterous studio audience. What's going on, folks? Happy Sunday, happy news, happy all the happies. Yeah, I'm full screen because it's just me today talking to myself in this room. But no, I know I'm not talking to myself, because I know there are folks in the audience today who are here because they have heard that, well, one, thank you to all of you who come back regularly and kind of check out the show. But two, today's kind of special because this Wednesday, August 14th, is not only my 48th birthday. Oh, look at the gray. The gray. But it's also the 2-year anniversary of the Brick Something channel, this sort of toy life crisis project I've been doing for 2 years. So and the news has been a big part of that for the last I guess a year or so of that, I think, roughly. So today is kind of a special day. It's an anniversary, as folks know. Oh, hold on here. Oh, little Tony anniversary, because it is the second anniversary show, and we're going to be doing some giveaways today, as well as just doing what I normally do, which is check out some Needless Ephemera and talk toys and, you know, geek out with folks. All right, so that's the plan. Before we get started, it is kind of weird just sort of seeing me so wildly huge. So if you don't mind, I'm going to just kind of shove myself over like here in the corner or something like that. All right, let's do that, because this is just a little bit weird. But while we do that, let me go ahead and say hello to everyone who's joined us today. Thank you for showing up once again. What's going on, Dorlaxon, who's clearly here first? What's going on, man? And thank you so much, Nolan. Yes, it is a very happy birthday and channelversary. It's been awesome, as folks know, or may not know, actually. I spent the whole day kind of here on YouTube to a certain extent, starting this morning, 10 a.m. my time, over on the Toy Connections channel for a wonderful return to the TKO Sunday morning sort of broadcast. And that was rad. We talked House of the Dragons, Hot D, if you will, which, keeping in line with the anniversary theme, that was 2 years ago, right around this time. And that was actually my very first official live stream. So thank you to Toy Connections. And then just a little bit ago, I hopped off a little early from Adam Highly Articulated's channel, where we were doing AWOC Talk Monkey business, hanging out with Jason, talking AWOC and Spiro. So it's been a busy day, and that's exactly how I wanted to be spending this special day, with folks on YouTube talking nerdy stuff. And what's up, Andrew, Gady's Toys, who was hanging out with me last Sunday. Thank you again for that. And Merry Everything, for sure. Payne's Toy Samples, who I was hanging out with this morning over on Ken's, talking House of the Dragon. Mint with Card is here. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, absolutely. We will be talking about some N.E.W.S, because there's plenty. And part of what I wanted to use today for was also to kind of catch up, because there's been a ton of stuff that just hasn't quite fit in with me and my co-hosts. So here we go. Who else is here? We've got, oh yeah, and I appreciate that, Pains. I appreciate that. Look at this guy, Jason, fresh from Monkey Business. Good to see you, friend, and thank you very much. And absolutely thank you for making this whole toy journey super fun. Larry's Geeky World is here. Hello, 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 hello. Hola, hola, hola. ¿Cómo está? We got Fanigan Collectibles, What's Shaking Ghouls and Ghosts. Ooh, we got the UK version, Ghosts and Goblins. Thank you so much. Happy number 2, absolutely. Rob Zamora is here. What's up, man? Fellow West Coaster. We've got Joe Gonzalez. What's going on? Again, two weeks ago now, got to hang out with Joe Gonzalez, which was awesome. Allison Troy, Retro Toy Princess. Hello. I got to spend a little bit of my morning with her and Chris, two of my favorite people on the internet and in the world, while they were doing some awesome coloring of Supergirl. We got Carol. What's going on, Carol? Good to see you. It's been a minute because I wasn't on Oz's last night. JMac77. Hello. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Got to celebrate those milestones. Red XO Mac 5, Red 5. What's going on? Thank you for joining us. Brick Part 3, technically. And God's bless you if you've sat through 3. Get to the giveaways already, you greedy bastard. It's Adam from Highly Articulated. John from the Collecting Brothers is here. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I don't look a day over 1. Yeah, Brick Something 1. I lost my cactus this year. I love your name. Every time I heard Adam say it earlier today, it kind of threw me off. I was like, who lost their cactus? Ray Paz is here. Of course, Ray Paz is here. And I'm so glad Ray Paz is here because he's here regularly. And I appreciate you and all the support you have given, sir. Oh, I got to stop here and pause for a second. Just got back from Borderlands. Don't understand the hate. It wasn't great, but it wasn't all that bad. I'm happy to hear that because I know there's been a lot of hate, particularly around the I think it was like a 0% Rotten Tomatoes, and then I think it was up to 7. But you know what? You got to see it for yourself. And that's, I think, Dorlax's point. You got to do relax. And yes. Cool. I got to check it out. It's a cool world. Borderlands for sure. Cool sci-fi world. And I really dig it. So I hope that, I can have some fun with the movie. And of course, we got Star. Speaking of sci-fi, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for hanging out and stepping in. Okay. And I can't ignore this one either. Allison's gonna do a double feature next Saturday, going to that, and then Alien Romulus. Is anybody else excited for Alien Romulus? Because that's definitely gonna be that was up there with one of my like summer movies to check out. So I think really, what was it this year? I think it was just Deadpool and Furiosa, which was rad. So I can't wait for Alien Romulus. Okay. Yes, see, good. He's excited. That's great. We got to see some Xenomorph action. All right, folks, if you are unfamiliar with this whole Brick Something thing, so where is it? There's usually like I have a co-host and they're usually like right next to me, like kind of about here. But it's just me today. You got Brick Solo, which is my name over on Facebook. Let's see. So a couple of things, logistics, dorky things. Down here, as we kind of go through the news links, you will have the opportunity on the replay to go check out that stuff and sort of see what I'm going to be sharing up here on the screen in a little bit. And over in that corner, you'll see a QR code that'll take you there. The URL is bit.ly/brick something news, capital B, capital S, capital news. And that'll take you there. If you haven't figured out, I'm into Bitly. It's a thing. But we'll see more Bitlys later. But that's it. So blah, blah, blah. This dude, when he's by himself, he's even more obnoxious and keeps talking. So let's go to here. And let's start off with, let's start off here with the stuff we seen. Okay, let's go and jump into it. And I will be doing the giveaways along the way. I'll break those down a little bit more as we get into it. But for now, let's do maybe one or two. Let's see. Hold on a second. Trying to get this ready. Make it seem kind of professional. But maybe not that professional. Okay, I'm gonna go here. Hi y'all, this is Fun and Awkward, which is pretty much the entire brand of the channel. Okay, let's go. First news scene thing, as if we're coming out of San Diego Comic-Con, and if you haven't been living under a rock, you might have heard that the Fantastic Four are coming to the MCU, and just in preparation for their big sort of pop cultural return to the spotlight, toy.blocks created this amazing Fantasticar custom slash thing you could actually buy. It's a 3D printed, beautiful little model that you can use. As you can see, it fits with 112 figs. I think this thing is amazing. I've been sitting on this for a while because it just hasn't quite fit in with the conversations with me and my co-hosts. But I mean, look at this thing. So this is, again, toy.blocks, who has an Etsy where they sell this stuff. This was in a post during SDCC. He said, over here, have my own personal Comic-Con. And man, this is Marvel's first family, right? This is some exciting stuff. There was a period in the Marvel recent history when we didn't get a whole lot of Fantastic Four because of sort of internal dynamics at Marvel and their relationship with Fox, the movie studio. Obviously, fast forward to 2024, it's a very different landscape, and we just celebrated sort of our love of the Marvel Fox universe through Wolverine and Deadpool. If you didn't see it, go check it out. It's absolutely a love letter to that sort of part of the Marvel universe. And this thing is absolutely amazing. It's, it's straight out of the comics, but also reminds me of the cartoon. Although the cartoon was a little bit more modular. But anyway, I think this thing is cool. And on top of that, so this person, toy.blocks, like I said, has an Etsy where they sell this thing that you can go check it out for yourself. And I'll show that link in a second. But here you can kind of see the sort of details and all those awesome panels. This is a vehicle that absolutely makes zero sense. But man, it's just awesome. I don't even know. I guess you just hop in on the side, like a good old boy from Dukes of Hazzard or something. But I love all the attention to detail. Look at the seat here. Yeah, it's definitely, you can tell that it's been 3D printed, but it's cool. If you've got a Marvel Legends or a Mafex Fantastic Four display, or even, I'm sure maybe Diamond Select might work with this. This thing is really, really cool. Check it out. And on top of that, they didn't only make it for the Fantastic Four, but they did it for another comic book foursome. These guys. So here is the Ninja Turtles variant of this same vehicle, which I think is hilarious because for some reason Ninja Turtles just they got to be everywhere. So there's that. Where do you get it? If you go to toy.blocks.store, it'll take you to this Etsy store, and you can find it here. It's not cheap. You can see it here, $375. It's a partnership with toy.blocks and Innovation Model. Here it is. Check it out. And I actually haven't looked close to see if there it is. There's the Ninja Turtles. For whatever reason, Ninja Turtles has a $50 premium, but so a lot of folks are always telling me, it's like, man, this stuff is like way out of my league. It's so expensive. I get it. I'm not buying it. I'm just looking at it. I'm enjoying it. It's inspiring. I think it's cool. And I'm happy that it's out there. Curious what you all think. Let me sort of see. Let me circle back. Oh, great. It looks like folks going back to the Alien Romulus. I'll go there for a second. I'm glad that folks are hyped for it. Definitely going to see it, says Joe Gonzalez. Excited for a new Alien movie. Yep, Star, at first it was like, another Alien movie. But yeah, this seems to like embrace some of the best parts of the franchise, whether it was the sort of like psychological thriller of the first one, it seems like it's there, but also the like running and gunning aliens, part 2. So what's going on, No Chewin? Thanks for joining in. Hell yes. I can't wait for an actual good FF movie. Hopefully we won't have to wait too long. Hopefully the next one is that one. I suspect it will be. But yeah, man, the Fantasticar, is definitely hot tub looking. But it's cool. It's just weird. It's one of those weird things that, like, that just was of its time, sort of people's perception or a concept of the future, man. Hey, look at this. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. For every figure that you give away, I'll match it with a weapon set. That's great. And I'll talk a little bit more about the giveaways in a second, but you heard it here, folks. I love it. Be careful, man. I might be giving away too many, but yeah, thank you for that. Yeah, let's get that AWOC out there, and I have some plans for that. Absolutely, Ray. That's like a classic Kirby design. Even with the lines in there, you can tell that they were really looking at that stuff. And yes, shout out to Jason for doing that. I'm always weirdly shy about like asking people, hey, would you donate this? So I appreciate that, Jason. Thank you for doing that. KJ Smith is here. What's going on? Thank you for joining us. Let's see. What? Allison saw it 3 times. Yeah. Oh, you know what? You're right, Star. These are not, I said Mafex, didn't I? Sorry, Mezco 112, which are definitely more posable and smaller. So I do kind of actually, I wonder how this would work with Marvel Legends. I'll be honest, I wasn't going to buy it. We're doing this. Just window shopping. We're enjoying because, damn, that thing is cool. What's going on, Oz? Thank you for coming through. This right here, I was with you. I watched all of those. I tried to see the good in them. The Silver Surfer was the coolest of all those other films. I still have not seen the oh gosh, was it? Oh, I'm the Corman. I've never seen a print or a full version of the Roger Corman. So I didn't suffer through that one, but I've suffered through the Fox ones. Agreed, Sean, and good to see you here. That Fantasticar is awesome, and you're not the only one. It's out of most of our leagues, I think, sitting at 375. But it's cool, right? All right. So glad to see folks are into that, and good to see you speaking moistly. Thanks for joining us. People are trickling in. Okay. What else do we got to look at? I wanted to talk about this. As folks know, I'm no stranger to Kickstarters and sort of like talking about Kickstarters. It's not, people wonder, like, is he just like a commercial for Kickstarters? No. If you've been watching, you know that it's because I'm a fan of creatives, and I'm a fan of people doing their own thing in this sort of toy landscape. And man, I don't highlight all of them. I highlight the ones that I'm particularly, I guess, like that have captured my imagination. And that's no offense to the folks who I haven't highlighted. It's just that certain things stand out to me more. And in this case, these Monstors, which is coming out September 10th. They just announced a week ago. September 10th will be the launch date of the Kickstarter. I've been sort of checking this thing out for a little bit now, mainly because of the designs. The designs by Erwin Papa, by the way, over on Instagram. I don't have that link, Thanos, but actually, is Thanos even here now? I realize it. Oh, that's awkward. So here, I will drop the links for those of you that are following. But let's see. So Erwin Papa, who is an amazing artist and designer, did the original 2D art for these and concepts for these, if I'm understanding correctly. And then yeah. And so then now these are meant to be your 90s style action figure. The person who's doing these intentionally, if you're looking at them and you're like, wow, as some people pointed out, like the arts of these are cool, but like they're a little bit exaggerated. Like for I Lost My Cactus, 100%. And that's kind of that 90s vibe, right? It's that Ninja Turtles era, maybe even creeping into like almost like a decade after that, even with sort of like Ben 10. But yeah, all of that era of stuff, the 90s era stuff, the real exaggerated creatures, bright colors, fun as hell. Obviously they're anthropomorphic animals, right? And so this is what's going to be coming. I don't totally know all of it, if it's just going to be the 4. So right here, you have 2 characters. This is Shamumu here, who I believe is meant to be sort of the protagonist figure. They've been sharing these at like Designer Con and other cons where they popped up at. And this is Sting Cobra, who I believe is an antagonist. And here are a couple of other characters. So on the right, you've got Bulltooth. Man, look at the, even though it is kind of that, it's a slightly more simple in terms of articulation, right? Definitely leaning into the 90s sort of like kind of toy that you might have gotten at that point. So you're not going to see the ton of like elbow, like, you're not going to, definitely not seeing double elbows, double knees, but you're not seeing ball joints on the head. So they're leaning into that. But you see the kind of extreme armor, the extreme colors, right? These sea stars or starfish or whatever are just wild in terms of the level of detail. And then of course this guy, what's this guy's name again? Venom Nom. Check that out. Again, I dig the design of these, and I gotta love these artists, man, doing their thing. And here they are on display. The prototype is real simple. It looks like, I don't know if this is going to change when the Kickstarter pops up, but for now, we've got basically 5 points of articulation. One at the arm. You don't see anything here at the elbow. There may or may not be some in the wrist. I don't know. You've got some leg articulation right here. I believe I've seen elsewhere, but you can kind of see they're using that same body with a different head, and then same here, same body, different head. So if it's not clear, the 2 on the left are actual 3D prototypes. The right is like a 2D acrylic thing. Either way, just some cool stuff. And like, I clearly have a style that I'm collecting, highly articulated, highly detailed, realistic proportions. I laugh at that given all the crazy like superhero bodies. But for the most part, it leans more in the sort of realistic rendering than these are like clearly incredibly cartoony. That said, I think it's really cool. Here is that main character sort of on display. Pretty wild stuff. Check that out. The packaging too, man, I love it. To me, this is maybe like if you're into plunderlings, right? Or if you're into those kelp tides that I was showing last week with Andrew. It's definitely skews to like lean in on the fun and the cartoony nostalgia. Check out the backside. That's something that sort of doesn't always get. I don't even remember the tail. So I don't know. I'm thinking about like, let's see, the shark. Oh my god, I'm so not into these guys. What are the shark guys called, folks? The Ninja Turtles and the Street Sharks. Thank you. Yes, mint with card. Definitely street shark adjacent vibes. Yeah, no, these aren't the mermen you're looking for, but there's always kelp tides. Thank you, Nolan, for the assist. Yeah, I think it's cool. And the names, absolutely. It's very much in that fun, Ninja Turtle bad guy name, character names, or the Street Shark names, Shamumu. Anyway, I may not collect this kind of stuff necessarily, but I appreciate it and I think it's really cool. So look out for that. That's September 10th. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's a couple more pieces. So here's a little bit more. You can kind of see those 3D prototypes, and then same stuff here. They will come with, it looks like, little tiny characters. Again, very 90s toy, right? You had the main character and they had a little companion, maybe like the Ghostbusters, the real Ghostbusters, or some of the Ninja Turtles. Kind of a slug figure that's just really cool looking. In this case, these are two little, I don't even know what this thing is supposed to be on the left. It's like a weird buggy kind of thing. And then you've got a mutated starfish looking thing. So just cool stuff, fun. Here are the weapons. Speaking of weapons packs. So yeah, look out for the Monsters. That's dropping September 10th. But on that note, I know a lot of folks are like, hey, I wanted to talk giveaways because you kept talking about giveaways, Brick. So let me rewind a little. I'm a little bit past this point. When was this? So this is my community tab. This was 10 months ago. I hit 500 subs on the channel. And at that time, I was like, man, I want to do giveaways. And I kept saying, they're going to happen. They're going to happen. And I really just never did them. I never got around to them. So I'm doing them now. Better late than never. And if you remember, for those of you that have been around, I announced this. I said, we're going to do some thank you giveaways. And for those who have been here, meaning those who were around those early days, those first 500, I wanted to honor that somehow and say like extra special thank you to the folks who were here from the beginning. Threw this out there, and several people, not a bunch of people, but several people took me up on this offer. I said, hey, if I'm going to do giveaways, I'm going to give folks, like, if you've been here early, I want to give you a little bit of a leg up. So I'm going to honor that. So for those folks who they had to like fill out a form or whatever, they're getting 3 extra entries. So when you see the wheel in a little bit, you might see some people with fists by their names, because those are some of the early adopters who saw that, heeded the call, and I appreciate them and I want to say thank you to them. But that doesn't mean that if you are here, you're going to get a chance to. You're just going to get the one. And that's going to be for the first couple of items, and I'll talk about that right now. If that's confusing, don't worry too much about it. Just go with it. I think these were the first ones that I was talking about doing. Okay. So, here's how we're going to do it. So I said, viewer, thank you, giveaways are coming. And this is what I had announced I was going to give away, and I'm still going to give away. I'm super into the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line. And this was during that 2021 SDCC when we were in the middle of lockdown. There was a question mark as to what SDCC would look like in this era. And they, being Mattel, offered this online, and I got it and I love it. But I got 2 because I always told myself maybe at some point I would give one away, and I'm going to do that. So this is the SDCC exclusive that comes with some unique figures. It's got a cool little box. I think he's glow in the dark more than the main production figure. So that's going to be there. That's going to be the one of the first draws. There is a Merman Funko Pop in a slightly damaged box. And I'm going to fast forward a little, and a Battle Armor He-Man Funko Pop in a slightly damaged box. So I'm going to put those 2 together as a giveaway today. And then the third one that those early 500 adopters will have a shot at with some extra sort of juice is going to be this one, a Mythic Legions All-Star Vitus. Brand new, haven't opened it, but it's just a dope figure. If you're like one of those people who's seen me talk about Mythic Legions or Cosmic Legions, but you're like, I can't really get into a new line or whatever, this might be your shot to get one. So that's what we're going to do. And let's go ahead and do that right now. But in order for me to do that, I need to do some stuff on my end, and you need to do some stuff on your end. So let's see. How do I do this? I believe, yes. Okay. So you're about to get a form in the chat. And sorry, this is my first time doing it, which is actually why I kind of shied away from it for a little bit. I was like, man, logistically, it seemed a little tricky given my whole like, here's the form and yada, yada, yada. But let me get the link. All right. So if you are here with us right now, you're about to see a link pop up in the chat. Let's see. And it's not a duck race. Sorry, I got to be old school because of the way I'm doing it. I'll leave that to the fancier folk at GDL and YHS. So there's a form right there. If you're watching right now and you want to get in on this draw, go ahead and fill out that form. It's super duper simple. Let me actually sort of show you what that looks like if you're curious. Alrighty. So pretty simple. Just thanks for watching. Just drop in your name here. I'm gonna, leave it to you. Like, be cool, be honest. Don't go logging into other accounts. Let's all just have some fun. And the first draw is gonna be for. Let's do the one that I have a sense that people are like Funko Pops, but hey, it's Mo2. So it's a Merman and a Battle Armor He-Man 2-pack. I was flipping the screen as if you could see that. Sorry. It's the He-Man and Merman 2-pack. So I'll let that sort of sit there. Folks, put your names in there. And once you're entered in this, if your name's in there, it'll be in there for the rest of the time that we're doing giveaways until I say stop. Those are the names that are in there will get put into the draw along with those extra special people that I told you about that get some extra chances for the first 3 draws. And then after, as we keep giving stuff away, I'll throw the form in there again if more people show up and want to be put into the rotation. And yeah. Anyway, okay. So this is why I have a co-host, folks. Kind of get sick of my own voice. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. So does that make sense to folks? Yeah, like folks are ready. Come on, big whammy. Dorlaxin, thank you. Even if you don't like Funko Pops, they're good trade items for local toy shops. I like your attitude. Absolutely, if it's not your thing. Hey, Justin, good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Let's see. Do you do this for every draw? Again, I'm just going to put folks in. Let's see. I never really thought about if people were like, I'm not interested in a certain thing or whatever. Hey, if you were here, can people win more than once? No, I'd like to spread it around a little. It's just going to be the way it is. It's going to be first win. And if you win something, then I'm going to take your name out of it. And we'll just do it that way. So just to make it easier, you put your name in, you're in for all the draws. So it's free to you, right? So if that really upsets you, I'm sorry. I want to give you a hug. But yeah. Okay. So we'll do that. Let's do that now. Let's do it. Let's do a draw. Okay. And Justin, you're asking, how do you find all these indie toy lines? Hey, I just, it's not, I'm just looking for stuff that inspires me, and it's all Instagram, it's wherever, it's Discords, right? The GDL Discord, the Toy Migos Discord, the Enablers Discords are all like really good sources of just like toy news, because it's just cool people talking about what they've seen, what they like. And then I just want to share it, and I appreciate that. I'm glad, because I wasn't sure if I'm just like sharing stuff that like people have already seen. So anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and do a giveaway for these two. Let me get things set up over here. Okay. All right. So we've got a couple of names right now. I'm cutting it off right now. It's 16, 24, 38. So whatever names I have are the names that are going to go in for this first one. And again, don't freak out if you see like, well, if you see and you're about to see the wheel and like it seems like there's these folks who have like a ton of entries. Again, that's for the folks who have been here on the channel for a while. I gave them an opportunity like right around the 500 number to get in and get some extra chances as a thank you for them being here on the Brick Something channel so early. So this is it, and you can kind of see the names if you're curious. All the folks with the fists here are the folks who had those, like, you know, those extra little slots. So we're gonna do it, and we're gonna do it now. But actually, like, I'm doing all sorts of dorky things because I'm just having fun. That's what this channel's all about. It's me having fun with friends, talking toys during my toy life crisis. Round of applause. I mean, how do you not? Here we go. The wheel is spinning, and it's spinning, and it's going to, oh, look at you, Kayla. And I actually know that she would appreciate some Funko Pops. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all instances of Silver K. And so just so I can keep track, first draw was Silver K, and she wins, and she is out of here. Congratulations to Kayla, who I know is not feeling well at the moment because she was supposed to be with us this morning doing the House of the Dragon live stream over on Toy Connections. So that is hers. So let's go ahead and move on to the next draw. And the next draw is gonna be for, drum roll please. I don't actually have a drum roll. But how do you all feel about this SDCC Masterverse, Scareglow? All right. So a couple more people have added. I was just going to say, if anybody else wants to take the next, I should put it back in the chat. Who want to take the, let's see. Let me go back. Where'd that link go? Did that link not work for folks? Oh man. I hope it did, cause yeah. Let me check. I hope that worked. Let's see. How about this one? Again, any last minute stragglers? There have been a couple who've added since. If you missed that first draw, I'm putting you in. Anybody else right now in the next couple, let's say 30 seconds or so. And we'll do a giveaway. Yep, you didn't miss. You're in there. Hey, don't relaxing. I appreciate that. He says, I'm glad I found this channel. There's so much damn toxicity in the toy community. It's nice to get to chill like this. You, GDL, YHS are my go-to for fun streams. I appreciate that. And for you to drop me in that group of people is incredibly flattering, because I love those folks. They're great folks, and absolutely congrats. I'm just waiting. I'm giving good. There's a couple more people entering. I love it. I love it. I love it. You don't have to re-enter. So if you're already in the first draw, you'll be in the next one. And I see you. So that's totally fine. If you duped, don't worry. I'll take care of it. It's fine. But thank you. Yep. Let's see. So have you heard of the Galactic Valor line? I absolutely have, and I backed out in Kickstarter. You saw some ads for the Kickstarter, and it seemed kind of interesting. Not super sold on the cuts, though. Yeah, I went in on for 3 figures. The blue sort of protagonist, the greenish kind of Kickstarter exclusive, and there was one more that I'm forgetting. But yeah. And woot Kayla, who's not here, and I hope she's doing good. Yes, congrats to Kayla. Woohoo, Kayla. Kayla. So you didn't win. You didn't. If I win pops, no, there's no more pops. So she got the pops, and that's it. So we're moving on, and we're gonna do the Scare Glow next. I'm not gonna highlight that one, but I appreciate the comment to here. And oh, you know what? What am I doing, dude? Just saw this. What's wrong with me? I totally missed it. So how do I highlight it? Come on, man. Here you go. Solo Sinner. Can I just say that like Solo Sinner has been awesome with the super chats, and I really appreciate you. And actually so much of like the channel members and and Solo Sinner in particular, and all the other folks who have done super chats over this past however long I've been able to get super chats. They're helping me do this today and do some giveaways because there are some things that you'll see. There's a grand prize if you read the thumbnail or the description. There's a couple of grand prizes that I'm doing today. But and so thank you. He says, hey, Brick Something, congrats on 2 years of the channel, and you're old with your birthday. And thank you for breaking it down. It converts to $50 USD for 50 years of doing stuff. Appreciate your effort on the content. Keep it up, man. Thank you, man. Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's huge. And thank you. And yeah, the whole, everybody who contributes to being a member or the super chat, you know, I appreciate everyone, even just for watching and clicking like and subscribe. That totally helps. But obviously I appreciate folks who are even going above and beyond. And I understand that as someone who watches a lot of YouTube and recognizes the work that gets put into it. I often like to help out with super chats or members of folks that I'm like behind. And so that said, I understand it and I appreciate it. I know what it means. And so thank you so much. Solo Center, man, you're amazing. And yes, fascinating. Okay. Anybody else? Good. We've got a couple of takers. I'm seeing some people putting in doubles, and that's fine. Don't worry. I got you the first time. I see you though. And so once again, if folks are sort of wondering in a little bit why there were some people that had multiple entries with the little fists, those are my folks from back in the day who've been here early. I just want to highlight them, and I promised that I would give them this sort of like extra boost, and it worked out for Kayla because she just won some dope Motu, some Motu pops. But now we're still in the Motu. We're giving away some Masterverse 2021 SDCC exclusive. It's in great shape. It's still mint in box, all that, if that's your thing. It's a cool box too. I have one. I open it up. It's got lights and everything. It comes with the 2 halves of the power sword that get merged in Revelation. You can kind of see that here, that the figure that was sold at retail doesn't have. Anyway, it's cool. And I love Masterverse. So I'm about to cut it off in 10 seconds. 8, 6, 4, 2, and 0. Okay, so here are the new names. I'm going to add the new names to the list. Did I do that right? I did that right. There are no dupes now. Yep, I see. Yep, no dupes. Good, just checking. And gonna add you here. Thank you for your patience, folks. And you'll see that the wheel has changed. Oh, actually, hold on. Kayla, are you here? Because you're not supposed to be. Oh, I did that right. Good job. Okay. So, Merman and He-Man Funko. Sorry, keeping notes. All right. So let's show the right screen, folks. Wait a second. We need fanfare. Where's the fanfare? Yeah. Oh. An anniversary, and we're giving stuff away. All right. So here's the new names. If you're curious, Kayla's not there. If you're one of the newer folks who signed in, like we've got Ray. Ray is in there. If you want to confirm here, I can't scroll down, but you're there. I swear you are right there. Oh, and Ray's got some extras because she was here early too. Where's Ray? Ray's down here somewhere. Oh, there you are. So just to confirm that the newer folks have been added, let's go ahead and do this thing. This is for the scare glows. Round and round and round and round and round. Oh, no chewing, aka Nightwing. Love that. I love how that works. Here, let's go. Let's get this. Can I? Oh, I can't zoom in any more than that. Okay. Well, I was trying to get rid of this thing to get it out of the way. Congratulations, no chewing. Let's see. Let's go to here. Get that out of the way. All right. So no chewing. You just won yourself a 2021 SDCC exclusive. Let me go ahead and remove you from the next round. And congratulations and thank you. No Chewing's got a dope channel as well, and he's part of the Toy Pick community. And they had a great time down in SDCC, hanging out with the Toy Migos and the Enablers. And yeah, No Chewing is one of the YouTubers that if you were looking for positive content and good attitude, definitely check out that channel. I'll drop that in a second. So you won the SDCC Scare Glow. All right, cool. Yoko's not here, but she'd be proud of me for my use of spreadsheets right now. Okay. Shall we do another giveaway now? Should we do Mythic Legions now? If so, if you're interested in Mythic Legions and you haven't entered, go ahead and fill out the form. Again, you don't have to do it again, folks. If you've been putting it in, it's there, and I'm keeping track of it anyways. So congratulations to I keep saying it now, man. No chewing. Congratulations, man. So congrats. Hey man, thank you, Oz, and thank you to Oz for helping me, man, get started on this whole thing. There from the beginning, and I love it, man. Mint with Card, I look forward to Sundays to spend time with all of you guys and gals, even if it's just in the chat. Good. I'm so glad to hear that. I would absolutely love to kind of build a community here. So did I just drop it in? Oh, if I didn't, let me do that again. There's a form that's getting put in the chat. So folks who are newer here and maybe haven't signed up, like Mark R, good to see you. Thank you. Appreciate it. If you want to get in on this, we're about to do a draw for Vitus from Mythic Legions, dope gladiator character from doing battle in the Colosseum on Mythos, as one does. So yeah, get in on that because it's the anniversary. Congrats to you, No Chewing. Congratulations. But no, stay here, don't go anywhere. Hanging out. Ted Darklaw is here. Thank you for stopping through. I know you've got your show coming up too. Oh yeah, no chewing. I gotta get that. I will get that in a second. It's part of the toy pick community. Toy picks. And actually, help me out. No chewing. I don't know. Do you have your own channel? Because it's mainly there, I want to say, but if I'm wrong, correct us. But I see him mainly over on Toy Picks, along with like Yimbo and Toy Daddy. Cool folks. Joe's interested in Mythic Legions. Man, if you win, that's hilarious. Yes, never gets old. All right, folks. Herman Williams. Hey, man, thanks for stopping in. And let's see. Cool. All right. There it is. Yeah, so that was right. I dropped in the link for their channel, Toy Pick Community. Check it out. Okay. So what do we got to do for this one? Last call. Again, for anybody, the form is in there. I'll give you another, let's say 10 seconds. 9 seconds. Oh yeah, there's people in there. And again, you don't gotta keep putting in multiples. I got you. If you were there, you were there. And if you want, I will also switch up maybe the order a little. Yeah, let me switch up the mix here of the entries. Let me make sure I don't got any dupes. Yeah, I don't think so. We're good. Yeah. Cool. Nice. I will take out the Instagram handle. That's good. Any other takers? Go in once. Go in twice. Okay. So, oops. I got to move this over. Do a little of this. So this is the fun stuff, right? Like how whack is this? So here, let's listen to some really bad music while we're at it. Toy Amigos actually use this. The way they use it's awesome, but this song is so cheap. All right, enough of that. Okay, so let me go ahead and mix the order up a little bit, and let's go do that. And again, like if you don't like the way this is being done, might want to start your own channel and do some giveaways, because this is the way it's being done. And this is the last one where you'll see those sort of like folks with their extra fists and stuff. And after that, it's all one for one. Whoever's here will have an equal shot at what's being offered. Okay. So this is for Vitus. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Here's the new giveaway, mixing the order of names and stuff a little bit from the way it was in the past. Again, this is the last draw that'll have those little extra fist slots for those early adopters from back in the day. Oops, I just realized something. I think, see, I'm keeping honest here. I love you, no chewing, but you have way too many Mythic Legions already. So I'm taking you out of there because you won already. So this is, again, for the Vitus character, Mythic Legions. Great figure, great for pop and swap, especially if you're looking for some that skin tone. The unarmored parts. All right. that said, let's go and do it. Get to do it. Round and round. No, not as cool as ducks. Maybe I'll get there. Oh, we've got Fantasticar Collectibles. Man on a mission to bring back the Micronauts. Not single-handedly, him and his son. And but yes, Fantasticar Collectibles, who's been a super supporter of the channel, is a channel member too, and I appreciate you so much. Here we go. You've got yourself a Vitus. I think I saw. Yeah, congrats, Fantasticar. Woohoo! It's a great figure. Obi-Wan, what's going on, man? Good to see you, Obi-Wan Chingones. Yeah. So thank you, Larry's Geeky World. There is sort of a chance still coming up on a mythic / cosmic in a little bit, and this I do not. I'll double down if you keep pushing it, Allison. I will not only give you Moby, but I'll give you Moby featuring Gwen Stefani. So you just look out. All right, folks, congratulations. Where is he? There he is. What's up, Fantasticar? So for all the winners who have won, I pretty much most of you I know, but send me a message on Instagram at brick.something. And if you don't, I'm going to start chasing you anyways. Give me your address and all of that, and I will get it to you. If for whatever reason, I want to throw this out there. If you're like, I don't like that prize, I'd love for you to give it to somebody else. Feel free. It's your choice. But I just want to throw that out as an option. And it just means that I'll give it away on a future news. So just a heads up. And yes, I'm not home right now. I was about to sing it, but those aren't the right lyrics. Sorry, I'm not home right now, but yes. Okay. And if you don't use Instagram, thank you. Great question. You can email me at bricksomething@gmail.com. One word, bricksomething@gmail.com. Or harass me in the comments of YouTube, whatever. You can get in touch with me. So thank you. Okay. That said, we will be giving away more in a little bit. I want to give away one of these, they call them Bandai Premium Gashapon. I got a couple. These things are crazy articulated. It's wild to me that these are sold in little Gashapon. So this would... I don't even have it on me, but it would be in the capsule, as, oh, here you go. Right. So, but these things totally pop apart, but it's wild how detailed they are. They're gorgeous. And to think that they're sold in Japanese, capsule toys, right? Each leg is articulated. I think it's cool on the shelf for me. Maybe if you're like, Brick, you've got a twisted imagination, but like for me, I want to see it like, crawling all over He-Man while he's sleeping. And, if you're a photographer, these things photograph beautifully. So I think it's super cool. It's by Bandai. And so this is part of the stuff that I brought back from Japan. It's crazy. The segmented body. That's all one big ball joint, if you can't tell. It's crazy. And yeah, you put them together yourself. I love this thing. But that's one I'll be giving away in a little bit. What else? And for the grand prize draw. By the way, everybody who won, I forgot to say this, according to Jason, you're also getting an AWOC weapons pack. So thank you, Jason from Spiro. So that's cool. And then what else? Oh, I am for the grand prize draws. I put in the thumbnail and description for today. I'm also going to be giving away one to everybody that's on the stream right now. I'm going to do a drawing for someone to win either an Animal Warriors of the Kingdom toy from any available toy right now from spirotoys.com, or t-shirts, whatever they sell, anything under $40, I will spring for it and pay for it as a prize. Or you can choose it to go to Store Horseman and $40 or less, pick something on there, and I will get that to you. So right now, if you're familiar with either of those, let's go here. Spirotoys.com has a ton of cool stuff. It doesn't have to be in stock. If you want to pre-order these awesome figures that just went up 2 Wednesdays ago, this is the stuff from the Kickstarter. If you've been following it, I hear there's a couple of channels that talk about it a lot, maybe too much. But any of the figures that are under 40, whether it's Gresh, these, that's kind of just my budget. But if you're like, hey, Brick, maybe we could work something out. I want one of these cool big old oxes, but they're 50. We'll talk about how we might make that work, but I'm in for 40. That makes sense. So they've got a bunch of cool stuff over there for that, the newest wave. But if you want something, because you're like, you don't want to wait, go for something in stock, like the stuff from wave 3, wave 2, wave 1. Go for it. So there's that. And then the other option is over at Store Horseman. Again, I'm down to pay $40 plus shipping in the US only. Sorry. If you're not in the US, I'll work with you. I might need a little help to pay for that shipping, but I'm in it for 40 plus the equivalent of US shipping, and then we'll figure it out from there. So I'll tell you right now, there's a lot of dope stuff available. Some stuff, this is the stuff that's in stock, whether it's Mythic Legions or Cosmic. Man, this stuff is gorgeous. This newest wave. So there's a couple of $37 figures there. You check it out. You decide. That's your option. Why those two? Because those are two of my favorite lines right now, period. So I think they're the two of the best like indie figures available right now, hands down. So again, Spiro Toys or Store Horseman. So we'll do those in a little bit, but for now, let's get back to the show. Oh, hold on a second. Oh man, I was hoping for like some like budget. No, I don't got like budget Iron Maiden. That said, run to the hills, folks, because hey, Eddie the Head. There's this, I just saw this, was it just a couple days ago? 3 days ago, NECA announced this 2-pack. So you're getting like Future Eddie, Lost in Time Eddie, is that what it's called? Somewhere in Time Eddie. And then you'll also be looking at this. That is so awesome. Eddie the Head is a bloody samurai from, I don't even know this, Future Past World Tour, Ultimate Senjutsu Eddie and Somewhere in Time Eddie. Got it. So this is Senjutsu Eddie and this is Somewhere in Time Eddie. I've seen their Eddie figures that they've done in the past, and they're kind of on that other kind of buck that I'm not super into, but these are more like Ultimate style, NECA Ultimate or Ultimate NECA. Yeah, so Ultimate Eddie. I think the sculpts on these are killer. Like just, looking at the skin detail, that muscle, that sinew, beautiful, like old school vision of sci-fi future, complete with flying car, whether that's Blade Runner or Back to the Future, whatever reference you have. And then of course, Bloody Samurai. You can't go wrong with Bloody Samurai. Always curious. I'm an old guy. Are there any Iron Maiden fans in the house? Let's see. There you go. Run for your life. Yes. The Samurai is absolutely sick. Exactly. Love it. Cyborg Eddie rules. 100%. What's going on, Rick? Glad you could join us. Yes. See, this is me, Mitten with Card. We're like, we share some interests of just weird, like we've got plenty of toys of a particular type. Give me the weird stuff. Give me the stuff that I wouldn't have thought that someone would be selling, let alone at, retail. You can grab these at Target if you've got one of those like NECA collector sections in your life. So, man, I'm in for these. I can't wait to see these in real life. I think they're super cool. If you're into weird, doesn't get much weirder than some of the stuff that's coming out of 5K Toys. So allow me to share some of those. And again, I know it's kind of moving fast today, but this is stuff that I've been wanting to show, but just haven't had the time because of, trying to find the best fit. Check this out. Your eyes don't deceive you. See what I did there? Eye of the tiger. So this is a tiger. It's World of Warcraft thing. Zulian tigers, if I'm right. I'm gonna defer to. Correct me if I'm wrong, Thanos. Is that right? Let me know. But so World of Warcraft. This is not licensed. So this is one of the many things that are available on sites like 5K Toys that are unlicensed toys based on the World of Warcraft video game. And so they have these massive tigers. It's 112. You can tell by the scale. There was some, I think it was on Collection Nexus, where they were kind of unsure about the scale of these things. This totally looks to me to be right there with some of the fish toys and D20 horses and wolves and boar, griffin. Shared some of that here to fit perfectly with your sort of, you use Mythic Legions on this thing. You could easily use the not World of Warcraft unlicensed orcs that are coming, the human warriors. So, but yes, what you're seeing here is they are using a thing that exists in like a lot of 1/6 scale toys where the eyes are movable, and you see them in a lot of imports as well. But this time they're doing it with magnets. So there's a very small localized magnet, or I'm assuming, yeah, it's got to be a magnet, not necessarily I don't know. It could be a magnet or some piece of metal in there that responds to magnets. Anyways, you take the magnet that they're going to give you and you can pose it and move it. It's crazy and cool. So there you go. I'm looking forward to this thing. No word on where it's coming from. Oh, this was updated. It didn't say Fury Toys before, I don't believe. So, hey, there you go. It's from Fury Toys, the same people that are giving you those Autumn and the Master Ninja Turtles, but not Ninja Turtles. It's pretty cool. So, and Jonathan wants one. So there you go. I think that's weird. I think that's beautiful, but 5K has got you if you're into this kind of, high fantasy, but thing. Oh, why is this not playing? I don't know why that's not playing, but this is a new thing that's coming soon from them. It's totally unclear what's. And I can't even. Sorry, it's frozen. This window. But anyway, it's an elf, like a blue elf. Warcraft, I believe they were more kind of closer to the purple. So I don't know if this is meant to be Warcraft or what. This page is going to die in a second, but I'll bring it back right here. Slowly, I might be pushing my computer to its limits. But yeah, there you go. There's the video. It looks like a really cool buck. I'm a fan of high fantasy type stuff, but I'm also a fan of good articulation and women bucks. If you missed it, check out last week's show. Myself and Andrew were talking all about the sort of like new school of toys that we're getting that's actually not shying away from making women. But I think this buck is amazing. I think that the soft goods look really cool. But again, this is one of those things where it's still in progress, draft and not final. It just says upcoming 112 new female series. They want to let us know that all the armor is removable, but they don't tell you which studio is making it. Thanos, can you help me out? Is this actually from World of Warcraft? Curious if you knew. Yeah, look at you. Yeah, exactly. All the armor is removable too, which is, oh yeah, I'm sorry, you did answer my question before I asked it. It's from World of Warcraft, Sylvanas Windrunner. So it is a character. Oh, she's undead. That's why she's blue. Got it. And fan again from the nerd in me, check the articulation of her buttocks. Absolutely. I was looking at that. So the leg, and you kind of see that there. And then, yeah, it's beautiful. You can, I don't know, sometimes you see that cut a little too much, but that looks really good with that sort of bare thigh. I love it. I love the proportions. I'm really excited to kind of see this thing happen. And by the way, I was sort of, being flippant about them not listing who it's from. And I think I ask questions here. I'll out myself. What studio is doing these? From Jason over at Brutal Realm. And this is me being a smart ass, because they often don't ever answer anything, as Roberto knows. But that said, part of that is because it's they're flirting with piracy here. Frankly, it's an IP that they didn't license, so they're not usually quick to kind of identify that way. But she's looking amazing. I can't wait to see her in real life and hopefully get my hands on her. So there. Okay. Let's go weird. Yep. Oh, and was. Okay, so maybe she was no longer. Oh, sorry. She was the faction leader of the Undead and was. Spoiler alert. And he's very glad to see her made, and her armor's removable. You said it. I didn't. Check out Thanos's photography on Instagram. Good stuff. Shellboy. Weird, but I will just say, if you're of a certain age, you might remember going into hobby shops, especially if they sold Japanese stuff, and seeing these model kits of things that basically look like they could have been from like maybe World War II era, when you look at the pilots and stuff. But then you look at the vehicle they're standing in front of, and it's this weird sci-fi robot type thing. Those are part of this line called Machine and Kruger. That was that had this particular aesthetic. I bring it up because this Shellboy by Molding Mule very much borrows from that aesthetic, with that big bulbous container for the pilot. And then you'll notice like the use of materials, right? So they've got the metal, but then this almost looks like it's covered in like a tarp, or like a leather tarp, which is very Machine and Kruger, to use like a mix of hard and soft. And obviously colored in very much a old school military color. Look at these gloves, quote unquote, I guess, for the bot, the mecha. And then here's theirs. And I know for a fact that the folks who make this are no strangers to Machine and Kruger, because if you look at some of the other stuff on their site, they also do sell stuff from that old I guess it's a toy line or a model line. Anyway, fast forward. This is what we're looking at, man. Look at this thing, please, and give it its the attention it deserves. Because I just think creatively, there's a lot of cool things going on. I already kind of pointed out the sort of like hint at using leather type materials. I just think this stuff is cool. This is like imagination fuel for me. And then it's got almost organic looking legs down here, which, yeah, in any other space might feel like, wait, that doesn't quite match, but it works. I actually think it's a really cool balance. See the pilot in there, man. Like, this is the stuff I love. I don't know, Star, are you here? Are you appreciating this? Yeah, it's very BattleTech. It could be Kevlar. So this, I don't know what scale it is, but I can tell you the size of it. I don't know I don't know, because they don't necessarily tell you the size of the figure itself to help me like answer the question about quote unquote scale. But that figure is pretty tiny. So this thing stands, or I'll take a look. So here is the link to it. So bringing this up because it just went up for sale yesterday, and will be up for let's see, it'll be up until the 24th, available for pre-order. And here it is right here. Again, brace yourselves. Price. This is just us window shopping. Oh, and the Japanese yen is kind of on its way up. BT dubs. So this is it's $160, but it's not that big. So it's $160 US. But I don't even know. I honestly haven't looked in it. I'll be 100%. Y'all should know I'm not actually into buying this thing. I'm into being inspired by it. So it's 1/35 scale. There you go. They list the scale, 135. This thing stands barely at like 7-8 inches. So 7-8 inches for like 100, whatever I said earlier. It's a Mondo one. No, it's not. I'm exaggerating. It's more expensive than a Mondo 112 Real Ghostbusters figure. Again, we don't gotta buy. We can just watch, look, and appreciate. And part of this is just to let people know like what's out there with the lit up eyes. Like we know what's possible, right? Or maybe we don't. And I want to let people see this stuff, to let them know what is being made out there and what's possible. And hopefully we can kind of see some of this stuff translate to either the retail figs that we get, the indie lines we get. Anyways, it's just cool. Same pictures that I was showing you. Yeah, that's it. Just wanted to share that with you. But I think it's high time we go ahead and do some giveaways again. So if I may, we are giving away, let me go and do this. Premium Gashapon Beetle. And there's a couple of different versions. This isn't exactly I'm trying to find the exact version that you'll be getting, but I will tell you right now, there it is, actually. No, that's not it. Here you go. On eBay. You could look them up on eBay too. If you want to flip these things, you do you, boo. So there you go. Not that one. This one's a little bit more. It's this one, which so this is all 5 of them. Okay, that makes more sense. So this is the little, wait, can you even see that? Yeah, you can see that. This is the little guy that I'm giving away. It's the same one in this picture. Apparently Japan Disc Shop is selling it. But hey, free just for hanging out and celebrating with me today. On me, I grabbed it from Japan, and here we go. Okay, so as I said before, this is now just for everybody that is in the chat. So the folks who were part of that sort of like early bird, early adopter people from back in the day that had those extra chances. And Black Knight was one of them. I see you're here now. They will not be getting those same kind of chances this time. This is just for everybody that is here now. So you don't have to, again, repeat, but if for whatever reason you want to, go for it. And I can just delete it because I will. Okay, so I'm seeing a couple in there. I'm seeing some repeats, but that's okay. It's some of the teachers too that aren't following directions. But yeah, go ahead and drop that into that form. It's real simple. Just give me your name, and I'm only using it for this. And okay, we're still getting a couple. I'll go ahead and set up the wheel. I'll give you 10 more seconds. Actually, give me 20 more seconds. And I'll go and look through the chat. It might be even more than that. All right. Allison says, it's like Debbie Gibson said on her third solo album, anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Debbie Gibson. I wonder if it's to scale. That's my understanding. It was meant to be 1-to-1, these things. And there's a couple of good ones. I've got a bunch. And if you're a channel member, you might have seen me. I've been putting up some of the other Gashapon there, like these lizards and this cool wasp. But I only got one of these. So they're Gashapon, right? So basically they're blind box. You put in your coins, you rotate. So the ones that I have dupes of, like that beetle, I wanted to go ahead and share with other folks. So Rick's got a fistful of Japanese bugs. Cool. You can sit this one out. There's another one later after this that you might be interested in. So don't worry about if there's duplicates in there. Oh, good. I'll take them out. Let's see. Hey, Cobb is here. Good to see you. Mentioned Black Knight was here. Good to see you again. Thanks for dropping in, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. Oh, and let's go back to that mech real quick. I'm with you, Joe Gonzalez. As a Macross fan, I love this kind of stuff. Absolutely. It definitely looks like some of those old mechs. It looks like something that the quote unquote Zentradi, you know what I mean, we're using. Definitely a cool mech. Okay. So I'm looking. I know, don't worry, I'm not judging anyone at all. I'm totally teasing. It's totally fine. Oh, and the show just started at 5:10 and the collection Nexus is first. What's going on, Ronald? And yes, I appreciate that. Same to you, right? Didn't we all kind of start at the same time? I want to say the YouTube thing. Maybe not. They do a show in a little bit, in less than an hour. So they'll be here. Oh, hey, and Endless Fables is here. Good to see you. Okay, folks, going once, going twice. If you want to get in on the draw for this bug, I know it's a weird one for some people. For me, it's really cool. And we all got different tastes. Last chance, 30 seconds, truly last chance. And let's see. I'm waiting. It looks like that might be it. And I will go ahead. Oh, no, we've got a couple more. Oh, there you are. Okay, I see what happened. Don't worry. I will take you out. I won't bust you out. Oh, we got one more. Look at that. Perfect. Taking you out. Hey, look, someone joined. No, I see you. Thank you for joining in the fun. Yeah, I know you were sitting some out. That's cool. All right, folks. Here we go. I'm closing it off in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So I'm back to the wheel. The wheel is now clear with all the new folks. Agreed with Oz. If you haven't added or followed Endless Fables on IG, you should. Dope customs, lots of great AWOC customs. All right, folks, are we going to do this? We're going to do this because it's the anniversary and we're doing... Who got the bug? J Solo Arts. I hope I didn't jump the gun too early. No, yeah, J Solo Arts. Congratulations. You're getting a bug. That's all yours, J Solo Arts. So please hit me up either on Instagram or message me or I don't know, hit me in the comments on YouTube or whatevs. Let me just make the note of that. J Solo Arts won the bug. Beautiful. All right. It's about that time. Wait, actually, no, that's not true. You know what? I can't go one more day without covering a couple of things that I've been trying to show, but it just hasn't quite happened. Here, let's do this. I want to show this. NOTTAA. For those of you, actually what I meant to say was NOTTAA. NOTTA is the name of the studios, but they do a line, which can be very confusing, called the NOTTA collection, NOTTAA collection at the 112 scale. They're the folks who did this awesome, one of the many awesome Sun Wukongs you can get, but I love this thing. The body of it is beautiful. I heard nothing but great things about the Nota Buck, and I wanted to see it for myself. They made a character that I wanted, so this is dope. And so this is Sun Wukong from Journey of the West, and they're continuing that trip down the Journey of the West and other elements of Chinese folklore. And so recently we got even more of a peek over at Wonderfest. Yeah, for the folks who were like seeing all the cool stuff in San Diego Comic-Con the other week, there was something happening on the other side of the globe with Wonderfest. And so they were showing off, Nota was there showing off their figures for the Journey to the West line and sort of Chinese mythology line. And I'm just really intrigued by what they're able to do. Like, look at this thing. I don't exactly know if this is going to be sort of clumped here or actually loose here, because it almost looks like it's got product in it, but it's actual fibers. You can kind of see it here. I think that head looks amazing. I don't know what the attachment is like, but I'm intrigued by it. Don't know if I'm totally convinced by the belly, but here you can kind of see what that actually looks like. So I don't know if this is an alt head or if what's going on, because this is clearly fibers, right? And then this is a print with plastic head. I will tell you, if you're familiar with these figures, they come with all sorts of stuff. So it's possible that they come with multiple heads, some with fibers, some not. We'll find out. It'll be wait and see. But these things move beautifully, and you can kind of see the scheme here. You can see the double there and the double here. This body underneath all this sculpted muscle is what you see here. Like it's under there. It's gorgeous, but they also give you, as you saw in the earlier photo, awesome soft goods too. That's a lot of soft goods, and I was a little wary about them. I usually maybe like go with capes or scarves, but like the clothes on this thing are fantastic. If you've been following the channel, one of my tops from 2023. Anyway, and you can also see their much awaited woman buck, their female buck over here, highly posable. These are definitely true 112 or I'll call it import 112. So they're smaller than a lot of what I get. But if you're doing fantastic characters, it works out like that Sun Wukong. And I just wanted to go ahead and show you the progress on their other stuff from Journey to the West. So you see a giant crab dude and this, I don't know if it's a mantis or what kind of bug this is. There's that lion, two different companies doing the lions, and the bird god guy whose name I forget. And this is the one that, I don't know how I became like, I started collecting the stable, right? Between first it was Battle Cat, then it was like a T-Rex, then it was a wolf, and now it's like whatever, Mythic Legions, horses and centaurs. I probably shouldn't say the centaurs in that list. Sorry. But this kind of creature is welcome on my shelf. It might be a little small than the other stuff, but I think it's just so cool that we're getting access to this kind of stuff. Here's sort of the detail weapons. Again, file this under not the cheapest toy, but it's not like the shell boy we were looking at earlier, or that Fantasticar. Not quite there. You can see all the face stuff. Anyway, I didn't want to go another week without showing this, because I've been wanting to show that for a while now. Okay, so it's time for the grand prize drawing. Again, to reiterate, this is for basically the $40 worth of product plus shipping to the United States from either Store Horseman or spirotoys.com. So it's a good time because there are the new pre-orders for some of that first wave of AWOC figures that I and Adam helped push, as well as in stock stuff, as well as some brand new swag. If you're like, I've got a bunch of figures, I just, help me out, dude. I want some shirts or whatever. And I'm totally flexible because there's really only one winner who's going to do this. So I'll work with you. Like I'll give you we'll figure out, it's $40 what I'm committing to, plus shipping to the US. If you're not in the US, we'll have a conversation about how we can get it to you. If you want to enter, we'll talk about, so I'll just, hopefully that's clear. I feel like I've covered myself legally if there's any garbage in terms of that kind of thing. But don't give me that. I don't need that in my life. I'm giving away stuff here. And Solo Sinner, again, thank you for largely subsidizing a lot of this. Like I said, some great stuff on Store Horseman. So there you go. We're going to do it. Let's do it. Okay. So, again, same tool. I'll throw that in the chat one more time. This is for the grand prize drawing, and then we'll call it a day. That was, I believe, 6. I am going to do the exact same thing, by the way, for the channel members. So thank you to everyone who is a channel member. And to do a special thank you, I'm going to do a draw just for the channel members. I'll do it in a video. I'll upload it as a member-only video. If you don't have to do anything to enter, you just have to be a channel member. And I'll be doing that on Wednesday, on the actual anniversary, August 14th, my 48th, starting my 48th trip around the sun. And that'll be the 2nd year mark for the channel. August 14th, 2022 is when I started this journey with an upload of a King Grayskull video from Masterverse. It's been an amazing journey. I'll talk a little bit more about the stuff that I've done so far to close us off today. So I want to, let's do it. Okay. I've talked enough. I was trying to buy you some time to enter into that form. It looks like, yep, it was worth it because some people have entered themselves in, which is awesome. Let's see if it's a dupe. Again, don't worry about it. I am taking out the dupes. If you, so in other words, if you were in it, everybody gets one shot at it. That's it. Yep. If you're in, you're in. Nice. I'm glad that you were able to get in there. Yes. Beautiful. And okay. And I realize now that I might have had some of, I just realized now. So I'm going to go back and take out the winners. So again, congratulations to the winner. Silver K for winning the Funko Pops, taking her out. No Chewing for winning the SDCC. Thank you. Oh, who put type in your YouTube name? That's hilarious. Okay. No Chewing for winning the SDCC. And who else won? What am I blanking on? Help me out. Oh, J Solo Arts for winning as well. And I believe that's it. Right? No Chewing. Okay. Yep, I took out the dupes. I took out the people who have won already. We are going for the grand prize. I know people are probably like, oh man, I really wanted the grand prize, but it's cool. You're getting stuff for free. So, and there will be other opportunities in the future. So don't worry about that. We'll be doing giveaways. Just want to make sure. I kind of thought I saw a dupe. No, I'm good. All right. So here we go, folks, for the grand prize of essentially $40 worth of product at either Store Horseman or spirittoys.com. as well as a weapons pack from Jason, who generously dropped in and just told us that midstream, which is awesome. Again, this music, Oakland, California. Let's go ahead and do this thing. And here we go. Oh, Joe, who is no stranger to Legions. Joe Gonzalez has won. Congratulations, Joe. Let's talk. Talk about what you want, whether it's an AWOC figure at spirittoys.com, or I don't know if you've heard of Store Horseman. It's this website where you can buy stuff by the studio called Four Horsemen Studios. Yeah, so your choice. Again, lots of great stuff to be had. And for the channel members, just a reminder, and if you get in as a channel member, that would be awesome. Between now and Wednesday, I'll throw you into that drawing, and I'll do the drawing on Wednesday. I'll put a post about it in the community tab. Let your folks know. I'll let folks know on Instagram. So thank you all for hanging out today for the giveaways. We're not totally done. I do want to just close off and kind of let you know about a couple of things that I've got going on that you may or may not know about. So let's go ahead and end as I usually do with the That's What's Up section. All right. So, and all of this stuff will be in that links page at the QR code that's there. You know, this is ugly. Come on, let's get rid of that. And no one wants to see this. Okay. All right. So folks, there are a couple of things that you may or may not be familiar with. I just want to take the time on my own show to let you know on the second year about some of the things that I've gotten up to. Obviously, I am on Instagram, and if you're not familiar, I would appreciate seeing you over there. My stuff is a mix of the news kind of stuff that like doesn't quite make it. So you'll see stuff like this where maybe I didn't have time to break it down on a show, or it's in between, and I want to just maybe, share some information with people, as well as just like talk about the cool stuff that I'm liking, like this ridiculous Kylab soft goods set for Mezco Conan. Of course, the new like stuff in between. I didn't even get to talk about Brutal Realm today, but please go back the Brutal Realm thing, because I'm loving it and I want to get those figures. The celebration of some SDCC stuff, right? So you'll get that kind of stuff there. You'll see maybe like some push to some other things that are happening that I want folks to know about. Sometimes I'll drop in just pickups where maybe if I don't have time to talk about it on the news, and I want to hang out with my co-host, I'll drop that stuff there. Here you can kind of see some of the stuff that I was showing you earlier, like just showing pics of that. But it's also just a great way to be in touch with me. I try my best to kind of check the messages. There's definitely stuff in here that I don't get to cover in the news, so check that out. In addition, there's the stuff that like I've really had a blast doing on the channel, which I also show you the YouTube version. But I've had fun with these sort of figure turnarounds. I need to get back to them. So, and it's also the best place for me to keep people updated about like who the guest host is going to be each week. Sunday here, this is the show you're watching right now, the Needless Ephemera We Saw. 3:45 till I usually like to stop around this time or well before 6 p.m. before the other great shows that are happening. So please add me there on Instagram if you haven't. Also, I started a new thing in July while I was in Japan. I was taking a ridiculous amount of pictures. So this is me actually toy spotting. And if you're not familiar with the reference, I don't know, as you can see from a lot of the graphics, I try and do whether it's based on a comic book or a card back or something. This is my homage to, it's one of my favorite movies, but it's because it's got a lot of heart and anyway, Train Spotting. Yes, it's about heroin addicts, but Toy spotting. So yeah, and you can read about that. I started this on July 1st. While I was in Japan, I was like, you know what? I'm taking so many pictures. I found this one store in Osaka, and I was just kind of blown away. And I took a ton of pictures. Like, what am I going to do with this stuff? How do I share this stuff? So I created a whole new separate account for it. And with every post, I kind of just give you a little bit of what I'm thinking about the stuff, where I took it, and what it is, and just some cool stuff, right? A lot of it right now is going to be from Japan, but this was just me the other day in Fremont, California, seeing some wonderful retro. I had this toy, and I laughed because I didn't remember that it said 2002, the future. Light up, cool sounds, just some random shop called Mantiques, and I think it's got two people in there. Toy Trauma. You can see there's a ton of stuff. So a lot of it is going to be from Japan, but once I burn through those, or I'll mix it up every now and then. Ton of Kamen Rider stuff. One Piece. This was here in San Francisco. Some cool stuff that I checked out, or I was able to check out just in a mall. Shout out to the Monchichi. If you don't know, you should. But yeah, so that's a thing. You'll get some, obviously it's not all Japanese toys, but first time in a while that I showed some Lego. But yeah, so that's that. That's toy.spotting. This is the stuff of nightmares if you want to check that out. In addition, I want to draw your attention to, I do have a bunch of playlists. So this is a playlist. If you've ever missed the news, just go there. It's bit.ly/watchbsnews. And it literally is just a YouTube playlist of all of these. And it's cool because there's some really great people that I've had the honor and privilege of hanging out with. And that's part of why I created this show. And thank you to Thanos for pushing me to do it, was to just hang out with people and talk about like the Needless Ephemera We Saw. And yeah, some of it's newsy, but a lot of it is not necessarily dependent on time. So, and I've heard this before, that like, it's not necessarily the stuff that you see on a lot of other toy tube stuff. So, if you're looking for stuff that's a little bit off the beaten path with some really cool people, like Andrew Gades from Gades Toys, or Joe Gonsalves, one of the big winners today, Oz Action Figs, my buddy Joe Izal. Who else did I have in here? The folks from Brutal Realm, the Toy Elite guys, Plastia Dicto, Lago Figs, Yoko McCann, Thanos Copter, Dorklair, No Chewing. Hey, he was here in 1-2. Jonathan Hedgehog Action, is the Wiz, Adam Power, Trevor 16 Shooter, Collector Express, and I can go on and on. Like, just great people. It's also a great way to learn about awesome channels doing, I would argue, better stuff than what you get here. So check it out. Prove me wrong. So that's that. This is a thing that I'm now calling the card back, which was my YouTube Shorts feed. And the reason I call it the card back is because I only want to show these figures here. And this is basically my way of documenting my collection. And it's a varied one. If you're curious about the kinds of stuff that I'm getting, just take a look at this and you'll see it's weird stuff. It's fun stuff. And yeah, if you click through and you're wondering, what is that figure? That looks like, it's got like some custom parts on it. What's going on with that head? If you click on the caption, which is hard to find on a desktop, but you can kind of see where that's all there. And I try to give you links because I want you to go and check this stuff out too. Obviously you don't have a hard time finding Mattel, but maybe you didn't know about Hordak MX. So go check out that stuff. And I call it the card back because it's a card back. It reminds me of the back of the action figures, the cross cells, and just being able to see them all like this does something for my brain, my nostalgia brain. So check those out. If you want help with the channel, checking those out, liking them every now and then obviously helps the algorithm. It tells people to come check out the channel. Bear with me and thank you on this second anniversary show. Just want to go through all the other stuff that I've got to offer. Unbox something. I need to get back to this. Oh, by the way, to get to that, it's bit.ly/BS cardback. If you go to bit.ly/BS unbox, that'll take you to all of my Unbox Something videos. I'm very much behind. I have a hard drive filled with these that need to be edited, but those are a good time, and I that's part of my goal is to get back to those. AWOC Talk, of course. Myself and Highly Articulated do a series of shows here on my channel and on his, and this is updated. It's supposed to be updated. Sort by newest. Interesting. But it doesn't have today's, but I'll get it on there. That's fun. But yeah, this is all that stuff. If you're having a hard time following, go there, bit.ly/AWOC Talk. I'd love to formally announce I'm doing a thing with Jacob Webb, who's here on the channel. We're talking about Masterverse, one of the few retail lines that I absolutely love and go to bat for all the time. Not a whole lot there just yet, but it's coming soon, and eventually it'll be filled. Right now, it's just available to the channel members. And then if at any point you're like, hey, what's Brick got going on? If you go to bit.ly/BS next up, because I love to be on other people's channels. Like today, I was over here on Ken's. And then earlier I was here at Adam's, and I really should put this in the playlist, and I will in a second. And this is now. That's where you go. So, for example, this Thursday, myself and the AWOC folks will be back over on Toy Domination with those two talking about Animal Warriors of the Kingdom, if you're not sick of hearing about that. But yeah, I just wanted to share all that because, it's the second anniversary, and I want to take stock of all the different things that I'm doing and things that I'm proud of. It took me about 48 years, but now I can say I'm proud of what I've done. Might not have been able to do that in my 30s, sadly, but I can do that now in my late 40s. I'm proud of the work that I've done. I'm happy to do it. I've had a great time. It's afforded me the opportunity to hang out with some great people and like you all. So we've got Ray, folks like Ray have been here from really the jump. Joe Gonzalez. Hey, psst, what's up, man? Machu Toy, who joined me on the news before. Thanos, of course, who absolutely made this show happen. I love Allison Troy, also one of those one of my early comrades of how do we do this YouTube thing? And we were kind of on that same path. Hedgehog, man, thank you for jumping in, man. Good to see you. Also, we all kind of started these things together. Hey, Renders FX is here, man. What's going on? Thank you for stopping in, and congrats to you, man, on all your sculpt work that's going into Flipboard, and I'm seeing you more and more get out there, and I love that. Thank you, Speaking Moistly. I appreciate it. I'm glad you had a great time. We are winding down now. Obi-Wan Chingones, hey man, thank you as always for stopping in. I appreciate your presence, and I really need to get that sample because I love when that happens. Let's see. Well, thank you. Thank you. Bye. Nolan, of course, is always here. Dora Laxon was here first. Sorry about that, Collection Nexus. It wasn't you this time. Endless Fables, thank you so much for wishing me the congratulations, man. It's been a blast. I hope that's not too loud. Let's see. Who else? Goodbye. Thank you so much, folks. Mint with Card, Evo Genius, Solo Sinner, man. Thank you again. Without you, those giveaways wouldn't have happened today. And just like that encouragement, I absolutely need it. Payne's Toy Samples, thank you. Special thanks to Oz, who really helped me just figure this whole YouTube thing out. The Collecting Brothers, what's going on? Carol, thank you so much. Sean County, hey, thank you. I'm glad that you enjoyed it, and I'm going to keep working my tail off to make this happen. Dynamo Dave, Spin It to Win It. And let me shout out the members. So I said this Wednesday, August 14th, for all channel members, and you still have a couple days if you want to jump in on this, I'll be doing another one of those grand prize drawings for, again, $40 either at spirittoys.com or $40 over at Store Horseman. So, yay! Balloons? No balloons? Okay, whatever. Nolan as well, member for 6 months. Thank you. Cobweb, member for 5 months. Thank you so much. Oz, member for 6 months. And I know there's other folks who are here today that didn't hit that little special thing. So Allison, yeah, thank you all. So listen up for that. This Wednesday, I'll do that draw. All right, folks, that truly is it. Thank you all so much for joining me today on the Brick Something news. That's it. 2 years, folks. It's been awesome. There's the balloons. Thank you all. Have a great week. Go check out GDL. Go check out Hella Dope. I'm trying to think who else. A bunch of people have great streams. Go do that. Woohoo! Oh no, let's do this. That's like Michael Jackson. Yeah, I think something like that. Oh,